Welcome back to Green Room Radio. My name is True. I am here with Mrs. Hype J.
Yes, what's happening?
Could you speak into the mic, please?
Yes, sir.
Miss Hype J.
Yes, I'm here.
We got Little Rach in the building.
What's going on?
And then we have a very special guest all the way from
LA, baby.
maybe Newport Beach. He looks like a little beach guy.
I'm not a Newport Beach guy. I'm insulted by that, bro.
We got Kevin Polowy.
You got it.
Woo!
What's happening,
What's up,
brother?
True? Good to see you,
Welcome.
man. Thank you guys for having me today.
Yeah.
I gotta admit, I thought I was gonna walk into like a cloud of smoke. Green Room Radio.
I feel like everyone thinks that. They're like,
know?
is this a weed podcast? I'm like, no. I mean, like, yeah, we smoke weed, but like, it's not a weed podcast.
We had to make a
No.
rule really quick that people couldn't. After several hosts we've had
Yeah.
that are like diehard smokers, I would look up at them and they'd be like, so we're like,
I don't know
all
what
right.
they're
Too much
smoking.
giggling. People
Nope,
are
not at
leaving
all.
for some candy in the other room.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
like the weed and even alcohol. Like we kind of used to get smashed up a little bit.
Mhm.
That ended up a shit show.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. It always feels the idea is always better than the execution.
I mean, you've done like so many interviews before. Like,
You ever do an interview wasted?
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I
It's tough, isn't
I
it?
may have been talking about this like 5 minutes ago, but I started a show when I was at MTV for their
Mhm.
banner Next movie called Chicken Wing Chat, which was a few years before Hot Ones. It was
So
the same
crazy.
show. I'm not bitter. I'm
You're
bitter.
not bitter?
Hey,
I'm
what
bitter.
what
He's
year?
bitter.
What years? What
I'm
years
bitter.
were you with MTV?
2010 to 2013, and I was I was literally at. I'm from Buffalo originally, so I'm a big wing guy.
Yeah.
And I would go once a week after shoots. I would go to this spot in Hell's Kitchen that was near the MTV office with my producer, and we would have wings and beers. We're just sitting around one night, and I was like, "Yo, we should have a show here where I interview celebrities over chicken wings and beer. We'll call it Chicken Wing Chat."
and you were already like interviewing celebrities at that time.
I was.
So
When
you're
you-
just like, why not add on to this?
Yeah.
Okay, so
when
what
you were
happened
at-
to that? Like, sorry.
Yeah, well, no. When
Yeah.
you were on MTV, was Carson Daly still there, or was this?
This
after?
was like post Carson Daly. This was like I was getting paid off the Jersey Shore money, basically. Like the Jersey Shore
Oh,
people
shit.
were
Okay.
paying my rent for a few years, I would say.
Okay.
But that was like when they, the network in general was kind of starting to
That was like the
decline
height.
a little bit. Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe it was starting to decline.
So
Mhm.
so basically, you pitched them this idea, and then you left MTV,
Mhm.
and then they just picked it up and called it something else.
No, I mean I'm not gonna implicate that guy,
Yeah.
Mr. Hot Ones.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Not giving credit to
whatever.
him.
Not at all.
I will say he had a much better title. I think that I did about 9 or 10 episodes, I think, of the show.
Mm.
And it was just, we were like, anything new, you have to sort of pay your dues. You have to sort of like book, you're not going to get like Scarlett Johansson on your first episode.
Right,
you got to kind of
definitely.
like work your way up. So we were
Unless
starting,
you're Bobby Altoff.
unless I don't know who that is, but I'll,
Yeah, that girl's
Um,
fucking.
Crazy.
They're paying people. That's what she's doing.
yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
we were working our way up. We were starting to book some good guests. I think who do we have on there? We had like the Broken Lizard guys. We had Miles Teller,
Mm.
Bobby Moynihan from SNL when he was kind of at the height of SNL. We were starting to book really good people. It was starting to get a little buzz, and I was getting buzzed while I was doing the interviews.
Okay, there we go.
And and then I was trying to move out to LA. I got an offer to go to Yahoo Entertainment in LA.
Mm.
It was too good to be true.
So when you were with MTV, you were living in Buffalo, New York?
No, Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah, I was in Brooklyn.
Okay.
I was in Brooklyn for about 13 years.
Were you ever? I mean, was MTV in that space where we went? What was that? Where Carson
15, yeah.
Where Carson Daly did
Yeah,
the
yeah,
look out
TRL.
the window?
Yep,
TRL?
Yep,
Yeah,
15,
that-
15.
man.
Worst place to work in the world because you're just
I need
like,
to know more. Why?
because you're just trying to go, like MTV had a cafeteria, but it was fine. You'd get sick of it after like 6 months, 9 months,
I
whatever.
get it.
So you're just trying to go out, trying to get something to eat. And you
Mhm.
can't walk in Times Square. You can't walk like 30 feet with one of these free fucking comedy guys coming up to you going,
Oh,
"Hey, bro, want to check out a free comedy show?" You're like, "I'm just trying to get some lunch." And then they start talking
here's
shit
my
to you.
CD.
Then they start talking shit to you. Or the guys hand you the CD.
Or the
and like you get
beats.
so used to it, you just take the CD and then they chase you down the block asking for $5. I'm like, "Bro, you just handed me a CD. You didn't say I had to pay you." But the free comedy guys are
Oh,
the
God.
fucking worst.
trying to
Fuck the
think.
free
I didn't
comedy
get
guys.
some- yeah.
If you've ever walked around Times Square, you know what I'm talking about. You
Yeah.
walk by these guys, they're like the lowest of the low
It's
comedians.
not free either, is it?
No,
Or do they-
no,
they
it's always like a 2 drink
want
minimum
something.
at least.
See, that's
Yeah.
how they get you.
Yeah, but I'm just like,
Swear.
but then I'm just trying, I'm just trying to get to Subway. I'm just trying to go
You
get
do
go get a foot long, And
I'm
these,
on lunch break. I only have 30 minutes.
yeah, and,
well, hour actually.
and I'm like, no thanks. Oh, what? Oh, you're too good for it. Then they start like trying to, make like zings at you and like they're working on
Yeah.
material on you. I'm like, bro, let me just.
Doesn't he look like one of those white guys though that you would approach? Like, oh, this guy will do it.
I guess so.
DJ
I guess
Kevlar.
so.
Yeah. He looks
But-
he looks like
friendly.
He looks like
He
a
looks
tourist.
cool.
He looks like a tourist. He'll do it.
Maybe. Yeah, no. I mean, my proudest achievement beyond doing Hot Ones before Hot Ones, and when it comes to that show, is like I figured out a way to get paid to drink beer and eat chicken wings. That was like what I
And
was.
what
Like,
That's a
what
vibe.
was-
Okay.
I was
Like,
proud of.
yeah.
I was very proud of that
What
accomplishment.
was yours called? Again?
Yeah.
It was
Tell me.
called. It was called Chicken Wing Chat.
Chicken
Again,
Wing Chat.
Hot Ones
Was
way
that on
better
like
title.
YouTube?
It was on MTV, and like you can find a few of them.
damn.
You can find clips for like a few of them still out there. But MTV was very sort of like protective of their content at the time, so they wouldn't put much stuff on YouTube.
Mhm.
Right.
But the most fucked up I'd ever been doing an interview. I'm just gonna answer
Just go
the
there.
question. We're gonna go right there.
Yeah, let's go. I want to hear it.
My other favorite show that I did at MTV was called Rappers Review Movies, where we would bring. It kind of
Rapper,
explains
hang
its-
on, rappers
like
review
Gucci Mane
movies.
and like Rick Ross and stuff.
I wish we were that like commercial. My producer and I were both like big 90s hip hop guys.
Oh,
So we would just like, that was another scam. Like we're like, yo, 50 Cent. I remember it was one of the first things I launched at MTV. I remember like I remember seeing this headline, and it was from our friends at MTV News that like 50 Cent admitted he loved the Twilight movies.
Right.
And so I was like, okay,
cute.
that's a series right there. I was like, we're gonna start inviting rappers to the movies, have them review shit. So we started like kind of thematically matching people up. Like we brought Thor we brought MC Hammer to the premiere of Thor.
Oh wow.
We
and
had
Thor, was that Robert Downey Jr.?
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth. Okay.
Yeah.
What is
Um,
Robert Downey Jr.? Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Yeah.
Got
It was.
Mm.
Yeah.
Was.
But we did like 25 episodes. It was real popular at the time. It was super viral. We had like Cypress Hill. We had Alcoholics. We had KRS-One said yes to it. I was like shocked.
Wow.
We had the Insane Clown Posse.
Wow.
So
Oh,
here's
man.
something that's
There's like a
weird.
little bit of everyone.
So like what we deal with here, and I think with what hyped Jay when she started, MTV, obviously you have the cloud of MTV behind you.
Yeah.
But did they offer any kind of money to guests, or you guys just had to
No,
pull guests?
we would fly people and we would put them up. So
Okay.
the story I'll
That's
tell
what I
you
would
is
say.
the most fucked up I've ever done, an interview on or been trying to do my job was when we brought N.O.R.E. up from Miami. Again, we were always like trying
Shout
to
out to him, Drink Champ.
I love that
Yay.
guy, man. He's
Yeah, I
the
love that
sweetest. He's the
show.
sweetest guy in the
He's
world.
cool.
Like he's like, I was so intimidated to meet him. I formed a lot of like great relationships that I have still to this day with a lot of these rappers. You just kind of hang out with them for the night. You take them to the movies, go out for dinner afterwards.
Mhm.
And N.O.R.E. comes up from Miami for The Dictator. It was Sacha Baron Cohen. Does anyone get that reference? N.O.R.E. The Dictator. Why we would match that?
Isaac, do you get it?
Yeah, well, that's from the movie The Dictator, right?
And Noriega was a dictator.
Was a dictator.
Yeah.
Well, we were
Yeah.
we were a little too cute for our own good, I think. But anyway, we bring N.O.R.E. up. He's super thug. Like I'm really intimidated to meet this dude. He comes in.
He's
And
so
he's-
cool on
and
Drink
he's like
Champs. I don't even remember him as a rapper.
Yo, he's like a
I do.
kid in a candy store where like
Aw.
you can get any concessions you want. He's like, I can get any concessions. Oh shit. He was the nicest. He is the nicest guy in the world. We had a great time with him. But anyway, we were in if you know the map of most people have been to Times Square. We're on 42nd. MTV's done 44th. We could tell he's baked as hell. My producer's like, I'm gonna go set up. He's like got the crew ready for this. Is like a
Right.
Saturday night. Nobody's at MTV. I'm like, I should stay with Noriega to make sure he gets it. We spent a lot of money flying him up here.
Mm-hmm.
I should make sure he gets to the office. And so I'm with him and his small entourage. They have a truck pick us up, and all we have to do is drive 2 blocks to MTV. It was
Just
it was
2 blocks.
It was
That's
a little
it.
get him
Two
to it
blocks
was a
in
little
New
get
York
him
is
to
a
the
long
Greek
drive.
situation. And they
Take longer to
light
drive than
and they
walk.
light up a fat blunt and they're passing around. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna smoke with N.O.R.E.
Love it.
And all of a sudden there was a closure. There was a road closure because there was some, I don't know if it was a parade or a picnic, but we're going this long route back to MTV and there's cops everywhere. And these guys got their windows rolled down and they're like, there's just smoke just
coming out.
billowing out of all 4 windows. And
They smoked that car out.
I just remember having this moment where I was like, "Oh, we're dead," because this was before weed wasn't even decriminalized in New York at this
I
point.
remember back then it wasn't even
Yeah.
legal.
This
You
was
would
like-
and
say
that
like-
shit stinks.
And this was when you'd have
In
friends
the
like
best way possible.
you'd have friends like get nabbed for just smoking a joint on the sidewalk
Hey, with
and spend the night in jail.
What
Yeah,
what
that's
you're
true.
saying, just to add to that real quick, when I first started doing stuff at the Win, Cy, one of the twins that was the owner of Excess, he started dating Paris Hilton, and this was before weed was whatever.
Mhm.
They were smoking weed, and they had the window down to the Escalade he was driving, and he's the owner of Excess, and a bike cop smelled the weed. And so they took, they had to turn right.
Rolled
in the
up
wind
right
and
on him.
rolled up on him.
Oh
And
my
then and then
gosh.
she had like a what is it called? Like a half a gram of coke.
Yeah.
So he ends up losing his job. And I just remember
Wow.
thinking to myself,
Damn.
everybody said he was the owner of Excess.
How could you be the owner and lose your job?
Well, that's what I was like, how are you
Wait
the
a
owner?
He
minute.
fired himself. He had very high standards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Right.
mean, but it sounds like that. I mean, even in New York, that's even more dangerous. It appears, because
Well-
there are cops everywhere.
Yeah. No.
Fucking
We
everywhere
were
in New
passing
York.
them by, and I remember having this fleeting thought where I'm like, "Oh, we're all getting arrested.
about to go
We're all
down.
we're all getting arrested. Is this it? Is this it?"
Yeah, this is the,
So we're-
the show.
Well, let me finish the story before you
Yeah.
press play.
Yeah.
Because I'll set up how fucking wasted I was. Well, you don't even see me, I guess, so it doesn't matter. But I'm off camera for this. But
Is that cocaine, by the way?
No.
I don't think that was intentionally supposed to be cocaine. Maybe, who knows? Maybe our graphics guy was fucking with us. But I just remember having this fleeting thought, like, "Oh, we're all getting arrested."
Right.
Mhm.
And then it passed in a second because I went, "Well, fuck, I've never been arrested, and if I ever get arrested, I want it to be for smoking weed with N.O.R.E. And that's the way I want. That's the way I want to go to
Yes.
jail.
And just
That's
so
the
you
way I
know,
want
they would have all blamed it on the white guy for sure.
Yeah. I would have taken the fall.
It'd have been
But,
like Kevin from MTV. He's the one who gave us his blunt.
He gave it all to
Yeah.
us.
So we get to the office. It takes us about an hour and a half. My producer's like texting me,
To go the
"What
2
the
blocks?
fuck,
2 blocks.
yo, what are you guys doing?" And I get there,
I
I
showed
can
you some
relate.
blocks in New York is long.
and it's like it's the rapper Chronic, right? So this shit is really strong. And I get there, and I just remember, like, when you oversmoke, like, where you're just like, just doing anything is just.
What do you think about that,
a chore.
Rachel?
No, I'm the stoner
No, hey,
here. So
what I'm
Sure.
gonna say is, when you oversmoke, I get
this one.
We're
stuck.
like, just like, I remember my mouth was so dry. I was like, there's one of those newsstands.
Like you can't see
and I'm
straight.
like, I just remember walking over to the newsstand to buy 4 waters was like the hardest thing I ever did in my life.
Wow.
And then I get these guys up through security, and we go into the shooting suite, and we start rolling. And I remember, like, normally we tape these for about 20 minutes. And I remember, like, asking N.O.R.E. a couple questions, and he gave me a couple answers, and I was like, "All right, well, shit, I think we're good." And I look at my producer, and he goes, "Bro, we've been taping for 2 minutes. What are you doing?" Like, I was just,
You were so
that's-
gone.
Absolutely.
I would have
I
did
was
the
gone.
same.
I was not on camera, so I got away. I wouldn't have done that. Maybe I would. Probably wouldn't have done that if I was on camera.
So it's kind of more like radio show type.
I mean, you'll see what
Oh.
it is.
Okay,
Yeah, I've never
okay,
seen
the
it.
chicken
Can you
wing
fold it?
shot.
This, I think, is N.O.R.E., right?
Okay.
This one is the cast of.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, this one is online.
Justin
Okay.
John, we're about to get as wasted
Look
as
at
these
that
guys
tie.
get in their new
Yeah.
comedy.
Oh, yes.
21 and over.
Look, I was so young.
How old were you there?
I was 20. I don't know.
Who are these guys, real quick?
That's Justin Cho to the left. That's Skylar Aston in the middle, and that's Miles Teller. You not watch movies, bro?
No, I don't.
Miles
they
Teller
look
was just
familiar,
in
all of them.
I know
Top
that
Gun.
name.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, I made. Oh yeah, and then I would chug a beer at the top just to like really set the vibe, and then I would burp, as you can see.
How drunk should moviegoers be before they see 21 and over?
Oh, this is great.
He's still breathing, right?
If you're drunk, just make sure that you have like some sort of this is illegal, but some sort of flask or something like that to keep your buzz going. You know what I mean? It's tricky. It's tricky. It's tricky.
You did the oldest trick in the book. You get a Gatorade bottle. You mix half of the Gatorade with half
This
vodka.
totally reminds me of the Hot Ones.
This is the bar I would hang out at every week, and they would shut down the second half of the bar, the back half of the bar for us to shoot this like once or twice a week.
Pee in a cup or water or Gatorade.
Where was this bar located?
It's still there. It's called Lansdowne Inn. It's on I think like 10th Avenue and 43rd, 44th, something like that. 41st. In that general vicinity. Hell's Kitchen.
All show a lot of ass in this movie.
Yeah, see, I
butt doubles are real thing.
I hit him with the hard-hitting questions, if you couldn't tell.
Do they have butt doubles? I heard him say that. Is that such?
That was his butt double.
Okay, so you created like your own show.
Special effects.
You also create movies too. You're a producer.
I do. I'm a screenwriter, director, producer, actor.
Literally.
You do a little
number
bit
of
everything.
things.
So you're
I
multifaceted.
can't make up my mind. I'm a jack of all trades, master of none.
How do you like balance all that? Like I feel
I
like
don't
that's
really
so
relax. I don't really relax.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you the question. You can answer it. Are you over or 40 or under?
I'm over.
Over.
Slightly
Okay.
over.
How
Well,
slightly?
Well, that's what I'm in my 40s and I still don't know what I'm trying to do. So
No, actually, I'm near. Yeah, no, 44. Near the
44?
near the midpoint.
Yeah,
Okay.
we midpoint.
Yeah.
You need to start figuring it out, Hot Wing Kevin.
I know what I'm gonna
Yeah,
do.
you
what
too,
I'm
true.
What I'm
I
do
need to
with,
figure it out
what I'm
too.
gonna do with my life.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, what do I need to do? But
Yeah.
so basically, after you left, they just carried on with the Hot Ones.
No, I mean, Hot Ones sprung up about a year or two later, and
Okay, so it
and for
probably
the
wasn't
record, I'm not
yeah.
saying that dude stole my idea.
Okay.
I am saying when Hot Ones launched, I don't know when it launched, but there was an episode with Key and Peele, who I love and I've talked to many times. I've never told them this, how mad I am at them, because they had an episode where it went, basically all it takes is
One episode to go viral.
And we hadn't hit that point with Chicken Wing Chat. I think we were going to get there, and we hadn't hit that point. Hot Ones hit it eventually, and with Key and Peele, and then the thing just fucking exploded.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the dude stole
That's
my
a guy
idea.
with that. But do you think someone from MTV re-brought it up? Like, hey, we used to do Chicken Wing Chat. Maybe that would be cool.
That's possible. That is very possible.
Who's the guy who did the Hot Ones?
I don't know.
You don't know his name?
No, I refuse.
No,
I
he said-
refuse. I refuse
refused
to
to
watch
say
that
the
show.
name.
Would you fight him in a celebrity boxing match?
Nah, I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Aw, that's good.
That's good.
Do you have any children?
I do.
How many?
2 girls.
Hey.
Yeah,
they're
shout out to them. I did
Lila
watch
and Luna,
a little.
They are viral superstars themselves.
Really?
They have their own show.
Can you look that up,
What?
Isaac?
They have their own
Yeah,
show?
bring up the Timothy Chalamet episode, or actually Kid Gloves
And since we're
Real
on that,
2024.
since we're on that, how do you feel like the digital media has evolved since your babies are in it?
That's a good question.
That is a good question. I feel like it's harder these days because every time I have an idea for something, getting to like who copied who, I'm like, oh, I should have like rappers like walk us through the lyrics of their most famous songs. And I'm like, oh wait, I should see if somebody did this. And like Genius has that show already.
Right.
Yep.
And so like I think we've gotten to a point where like, fuck, it's hard to come up with good
Exactly.
ideas.
Oh my God! Look at how old Carson Daly.
Speaking of Carson Daly, so this
Shout
is
out to that.
So this is my girls' show. It's called Kid Gloves, and they roast celebrities.
Oh wow!
Like a bunch of kids roast the celebrities?
Specifically, my two kids.
We're not going to do this interview without Lila and Luna.
Today we're talking.
And these are your girls?
See, I watched this and I didn't even know these were your daughters.
Snoop Doggy Doggy.
What?
Something. Jake Gyllenhaal. Timothy.
Oh no. Oh, she's coming for you.
I used to listen to The Greatest Showman.
Okay, Luna, these are the kinds of questions I like.
Timothy. Why'd you want to make a Wonka movie? Are you trying to show Johnny Depp how to be a real movie star? Do you have anything else besides paychecks?
I wanted to. These
Man, he looks like Willy
Have
Wonka.
you ever killed a man?
Oh my God.
What are NFTs?
We nearly broke Steve Carell.
This is great.
Crypto?
I have no idea.
People are so stupid. Don't even get me started, Lana Condor.
Tell him, sis.
Hamilton, and now you're rolling in the Benjamins, whatever that means.
No, I keep the Benjamins in a very neat little pile.
So Dad says you're in the Game of Thrones. Dad says you hang out with some guy named Dr. Dre. Does he take care of you when you're sick?
Yes, he's a very good medical doctor. He prescribes me some of the best medicine that I could ever take.
Oh.
That sounds fun. Was your character nice?
Next question. No, he's a horrible person.
Have a secret second family somewhere?
Oh my goodness.
First family doesn't know about?
I think I'm starting to understand how the show works.
This is the toughest interview I've done today. My goodness, I'm sweating here.
I guess I have to ask Keegan something.
Oh no.
How did it feel to not direct Get Out?
How did it feel to not direct Get Out? It felt great.
Star Wars?
I'm not in Star Wars.
Why not?
I've never been asked to be in it, but that's for N.O.R.E. most people.
Ray is, Finn is, Chewbacca is, Kylo Ren is.
Yeah, that's true.
You paint?
Yeah, we like to paint, so we painted. This is mine.
Oh my God. Is that me?
I don't know what's going on with the mustache.
It's so funny.
Just layers, Darth Vader's.
This is the cutest thing ever.
This is mine.
Literally.
Yeah, well, I think you made some creativity happen here.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud.
Yeah. So did you? Did you line your daughters up with these questions? I mean, did you?
I will admit I am the ghostwriter.
Oh.
I do write most of, not all their questions, and they're also great improvers. They're both child actors also.
Yeah. What are their ages?
They're 11 and 8.
See, because I always say, because I have a 4-year-old, and I mean, I see that she watches every little thing I do. So as I was watching that, I didn't even know that was your daughters.
Yeah.
But I'm like, man, their dad must be that type of guy because they watch. And so when they're asking them questions, they're doing it, like a real, like probably how you did it.
Yeah,
so they pay attention and
they can get away with a lot of things I cannot get away with asking.
Absolutely.
And did you say?
And you can get all those questions answered.
Did you
It's
mention to me
great.
that somebody was trying to block them off the?
I won't name names here, but we had a recent episode. Our Timothée Chalamet, Keegan-Michael Key episode went super viral, and we started this a few years ago where. When it started, it was like cute and funny because they were a little younger, but they like zing celebrities, they roast celebrities, and we've kind of gradually gone fully in that direction. And the Chalamet, Keegan-Michael Key thing was just a full-on roast, and they loved it, and everybody loved it. It went super viral. It was all over TikTok. I mean, people are coming up to the girls in public, "Oh, you're the Chalamet girls."
Right.
It just blew up. So we just, and that's where we were always trying to take that show, and we did a shoot recently, and we just struck a new partnership deal because I started that on Yahoo. I left Yahoo. They let me take it with me, thankfully. And I just struck a new distribution deal with Screen Crush. So shout out to Screen
So
Crush.
Yahoo is who backed your daughters on the thing.
Initially.
Okay.
But we did this new episode, and it was going to be our first for Screen Crush, and we roasted a couple A-list actors that were in a big blockbuster recently. That's all. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
So hard that their publicist got very upset with us.
Oh wow!
And would not let us run the interview. Not only that, because apparently we hurt some feelings. I guess.
Oh my God!
The kids,
a couple actors,
the young
did
ladies,
not like
the girls,
being roasted by 2 little children. Apparently.
Oh wow!
And not only that, but
people are too sensitive.
They're public. I agree.
Oh, you wouldn't imagine they're extra sensitive with these interviews.
Oh my
extra
God.
sensitive.
Yeah, their publicist.
I know you said you're not going to say any names. I happened to see them saying something. I believe was it Nicolas Cage?
It was not Nicolas. I love Nicolas Cage.
No, I was going to say he seemed to be real funny about it.
I have a great relationship with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
The poor guy. Every time I interview him, he says something that goes insanely viral to me. And so every time he sees me, he's like, "Oh God!" And he's like, "I'm not going to say anything." And then he's fucking. And then he always says something.
Just like blurts out of him.
But yeah, no, this major Hollywood publicist has blackballed my daughters. So they're 8 and 11, and they've already been blackballed by a major Hollywood publicist.
Oh
some people might think that's a badge of honor. So hey,
I mean, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, that's nuts. Because I mean, I
Who
think
else could say that?
They try to control a lot of things.
there's no way that
because
I
there's
would,
always a narrative.
Yeah, there's no way I would get mad at. I don't think anything.
An 8 or 11-year-old, like seriously.
I mean, maybe
But it's
unless they were
probably-
like, "Hey, Will, how do you feel about Jada hooking up with Tupac?"
But it's probably because they know
Use
you're
that one.
behind it, right?
They definitely know I'm behind it. But I think
this
they were.
motherfucker.
I think they were just not. They were not.
They weren't
They were not
prepared.
briefed
They
on what
weren't
it was.
prepared for
They
the
were not
girl.
briefed properly on what it was. I don't think. And they just didn't get it in the moment, and maybe they thought their reactions to it they didn't want.
And kids
What
have
is
no
her?
filter, so they probably came
I don't
off
even-
raw.
I forgot the mom. What is she? What is that?
Ethnicity?
Ethnicity.
Yeah,
That's the
Indian.
word. Indian.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was gonna say though, they definitely did not look like pure white.
They're not.
Or
not
they
as
take
white
after
as
the
I am.
mom.
Yep.
So
Yep.
when you say Indian, mean what kind of Indian? Like Indian, like Cherokee Indian?
South Asian.
South Asian.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So, question to you: while we're still on the kids, you are their power influence. Who's your power of influence?
Ooh. That's a good question because I do so many different things, so it's going to depend on what lane that is. You know,
Give me a couple of lanes because we're talking
Yeah.
about your DJing, your production. We're talking
Yeah.
about a little bit of everything.
Yeah. That's a great question. I mean, Mark Maron, I think, is a great interviewer. If you ever listen to WTF, his podcast, in terms of interviewing, he gets very. I like how open and candid he's able to get people by being so sort of conversational.
Right.
In the sort of like format that I'm doing a lot of these interviews, like at press junkets and red carpets and stuff like that. You're not always afforded that sort of like same flexibility that you get during like a hour-long podcast like this. In the entertainment business, I will say a question I get a lot because I've been interviewing celebrities for so long is like, who people always ask who's the nicest, you know? And it's 95% of people are nice, or at least they're actors, so they can act like they're nice.
Absolutely.
Fair. So there's like a couple that you get kind of bad vibes from, or you're like but then they're fine, you know. And then there's like the 0.5% where you're like, oh, those were nice.
That was the devil.
Those are horrible people. But my favorite, if I have to pick a favorite, and I think he's kind of an inspiration for me, it just in terms of like what he's done with his career, it's George Clooney.
Okay, that's a good one.
Who I
Hey,
think
shout out to him for his Casamigos that we're drinking
we
right
were
now.
just drinking.
Right?
Yes.
Shout out to that.
I mean, I think he's not only like
I like him.
extraordinary at what he does, but also he is like, especially it's always nice when you meet somebody that, and there are a number of people like this.
You say genuine?
Genuine.
You can tell.
Yeah.
I can
Friendly,
tell he's genuine.
hands. I want to say handsome.
Handsome.
You were.
I don't know where that.
Okay, don't worry about it.
I don't know where that came from.
Okay.
I mean,
Don't worry about
I'll
it.
say he's handsome.
He's a handsome guy.
he is very handsome.
He's a good looking man. Definitely.
But I don't know where I was going with that.
Don't worry about it.
We don't either.
This is a safe space.
He's my he is my man crush. I don't know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, you're like his tequila got you tripped up.
I told you about that tequila.
I know, right? He's the guy that you walk into like a room and he's doing interviews all day, and he'll stand up and he'll be like, Kev, how are you? How are the kids? He'll latch on to things about you that you remember. Like, is just such a nice, genuine human being. And Hugh Jackman is another one. One of the nicest guys around. I would say.
What about
Shout out to them.
what was the guy Hugh? What about Hugh Grant? Outside of his what was it, his blowjob in Hollywood?
Yeah, no comment about that.
Is he still around? I don't even know why.
Hugh Grant is thriving, bro.
Is he?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
He was
Hugh Grant, just for somebody like Rachel who might not know, he was like at the top of
somebody like me.
Well, no, just your age.
I get it.
He was
90s,
in every big movie you could think of.
Yeah.
And he just so happened to pick up a prostitute and got head from her in Hollywood and got caught.
Yeah.
And they made
damn.
it. And I mean, there could be worse things that happen in your life.
Yeah, that's plenty of.
But it's just as big as any A-lister that happening to. But they ran with that for so long. That was like,
yeah, it might have affected his career for maybe like 5 or 10 years. But I think he's really had
a long time.
maybe
just for 5 minutes.
I mean, it wasn't like he was like blacklisted or anything like that. But like, I think it maybe gave some people some
like
pause.
a bad name, like a bad taste.
He couldn't have got blacklisted because it was a black girl.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I can't.
So I got a question for you too. Like, as a journalist, how far do you take it? How how far do you take it, like, as a journalist?
How far do I take it?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a safety zone that you stay in because you're like, if I say this, I could lose my job? Or like,
Do you take it all the way there, or do you just kind of stay?
I mean, you learn from mistakes, right? Like, so like, and also like, I'm not Perez Hilton. I'm not TMZ. I'm not trying to get into people's personal lives.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also a filmmaker, so I have a lot of respect for the craft. You know, I want to talk to people about their work, but in interesting ways. Like I don't, like it's you ultimately, I think, as an entertainment journalist, you're an entertainer yourself. Like that might sound stupid, but like you want. I don't want to do an interview where it's just like, what was it like to prepare for this role, or just some stupid question. Like I spend a lot of time. The hardest thing you do in this role is just is ideate questions and try to differentiate your stuff from everybody else, but also like know what's within the realm of like good taste and reason, and not like get into people's personal space, like
we had a thing, when we started off with this, a boss of mine wanted us to go. We were kind of going the route of the Breakfast Club, and he wanted me to be that guy, like a Charlemagne. So if somebody's like, hey, don't talk about my wife, and then it's like, yo, what's up with your wife? He wanted me to do that, and like that is my personality. But I thought about it for a long time, and I was like, I have anxiety really bad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the first time you do that, all these potential guests that are watching and they see you violate someone like that on purpose, they ain't coming.
Right.
And I just said,
why would you want to come on and get violated?
Well,
I'm not going to.
Well, there's a trust system. And so I feel like in Hollywood, if you broke that trust creed and other people saw it, and then they're going to recognize you and be like, that's
100%. 100%. And there's a whole gatekeeping industry within the world of Hollywood, right?
Yes.
Where there's layers of people that you need to get approval from for every interview. There's the studios, there's agency PRs, and there's the personal publicists that really sort of hold the most power in this situation.
Depending on who you're interviewing, you go through a lot of red tape before you even get the interview.
You go through a lot of red tape. So if you do something that really is distasteful or really pisses somebody off, like you're not just gonna never interview that person again. You're not going to interview
their whole roster,
whole roster, like all 50 people that they interview, that they represent rather.
Everything.
So, you got to be wise for it to have longevity. You know,
that's what I said. I go, you know what? I said, if somebody, because it was funny because I was positioned here, and they did that purposely. So if I did that, somebody can't come around that way, But I just said, you know what? I said, if we've done over 100 episodes now, and I said, if somebody ever just sits down. And I mean, chances are, I don't believe I'm ever going to bring somebody on that's going to be a douchebag or I have any issue with. But I'm like, let that come natural. If they're that douchey that I just going to say, you know what, dude, you're a douchebag. I want it to come natural, but I don't want it to come just to try to get that little flair or that, basically violate their terms of what they don't want you to talk about. Right. But I can see in Hollywood, yes, they would, you would lose the whole roster. And anybody they're working with. And like I said, even people that watch it, they'll be like, that's that guy that asked that,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and when I was at Yahoo, there were like certain celebrities that shall remain nameless that like they would blackball all of us for like some sort of headline that ran like once on Yahoo that wasn't even it wasn't me. I mean, I wasn't writing news, headlines, but they would just associate. It might not even been like Yahoo, it might have been like, because they would aggregate all the other brands. So it might have been like a People magazine headline that ran on Yahoo, and then an actor or a publicist saw it, and they would get pissed, and they were like, they'd put you on a list somewhere because you're like, that's weird. We're never like, something never approved by that person.
It gets tricky. We did an Obama article years ago about him smoking weed at the college. And then they noted all of that and went back to the Hype magazine link, and it was a friendly article, but it turned into something else. And I was like, oh my God, they're going to be at the door knocking. What's going on? That's my first time ever experiencing something like that. And I'm like, one thing can change the dynamic because 45 outlets pick it up and they start changing the headlines, but they source you. Yep. So you get blamed not only for the base, you get blamed for all of their shenanigans too. So it's very tricky.
It happens all the time.
Hype J keeps me in my cage. She's seen me do that before, so she's given me great wisdom on thinking about what you say.
Yep, you'll see.
how I met Kevin, I met him through Jamie Adler, who's one of my best friends. His brother is the drummer from Guns N' Roses.
Oh, nice.
You wrote a story on him?
I did, yeah.
So what is that? So were you considered a writer for Yahoo and doing that story?
I mean, most of what I did for them was on camera stuff, but I my background is as a writer.
Okay.
So I can write, I do write, and they came to me with that story. I had done.
What did he call it again? I don't. Was it called Brother?
Sweet Brother of Mine. Sweet Brother of Mine.
Yep.
I had done Gary Ostel.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how to say his last name.
The last names. Here we go.
Yeah.
Gary Ostel, who's Jamie's business partner. He had come to me at some point, knowing I was a big hip hop guy, and I was sort of the resident old school hip hop guy at Yahoo also. And my main beat was like movies and television, but I would do a lot of old school.
Gary, I think his manages Rakim, DJ Quick, a bunch of
and the DOC.
DOC, yeah.
And they made a documentary about the DOC that played at Tribeca, and they wanted him to do like one big interview where he talked about his insane life and struggle and trajectory and how what he's bounced back from. You know, he if you guys listening don't know, if you don't know, he was in a car accident. Did you know?
No.
See,
Gary?
That's why I said thanks.
The DOC.
Oh yeah, the DOC. Yeah.
The DOC was in a horrible car. He was basically like coming up with Dre and Snoop and all those guys, and he was gonna be, and he was very tight with M.
Yeah,
right.
He would have been with NWA. I mean,
M was a big fan of his.
He was probably the most talented back then over all those guys.
Yeah.
And what did it do?
He got in a car crash. He was on a bender. And at the height of his fame, he had just released his first album. It was getting insane critical acclaim. And he was, on like a 24-hour bender and flipped his car on the 101. I think he flew out and hit a tree. I mean, it's a miracle that the guy survived, but he lost his voice.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
And,
wow.
And not completely. I mean, he has his voice back, but it's very gruff now.
And it's clap.
Yeah. And it's I love talking to him. It's got a lot of like soul to it. But it's not his voice that he had as a young man, and he lost his rapping voice.
Yeah.
And his career really suffered, and he spiraled, for a good couple decades. And so anyway, he wanted to do one interview, and they trusted me with it, and we did this piece, and it just, people really appreciated it and
connected with it.
Yeah, and Doc got really open with me and told me some really heavy stuff that's not even in the documentary. And so I guess Gary and Jamie were really happy with the piece, and they were looking for somebody to tell Jamie's story. And so came to me again, even in that was the most intense thing I ever wrote in my life. Wow. Like I used to do a lot more writing. Like I used to do a lot of hip hop writing back in the day for like allhiphop.com and N.O.R.E magazine, MTV, like a few other outlets. And at this point I was mostly doing sort of on camera stuff, but I was like, every once in a while, like if something really good comes up, I like to flex that muscle.
Yeah.
And this was the story of Jamie Adler, who, as you mentioned, is the younger brother of Steven Adler, the founding drummer from Guns N' Roses, who was very famously kicked out of the band at the height of their fame because of his drug addiction, because of his heroin addiction. And it's a number of years later, Jamie, out of just pure brotherly love, orchestrated a kidnapping of his older brother from Las Vegas.
I was kind of part of that.
It was in Vegas, right?
Yeah, I wasn't there for the kidnapping.
I was like, wait, what the?
My eyes got big.
I know.
Hey, what's crazy about this is I was with Proof. He did his last show at Body.
Rest in peace to him.
Yeah, rest in peace to my homie Proof.
Yeah,
it's today.
What,
been
18 years?
18 years.
18 years.
18 years. So
to the date.
But he had a show, and the following day I had booked Bone Thugs and Harmony. So we went out to eat, and Jamie and Steve LaBelle was with Bone. And it was a big deal because Jamie got his brother, who was just out of his mind at the time, to come. And I mean, he was just insane. And so he came in, kind of fluttered around a little bit and left. But then we all sat there, Proof, Bone, Steve LaBelle, and I heard them start orchestrating this, like, yo, we're gonna get a van, we're gonna kidnap him because he was gonna die.
He was gonna die.
He was gonna die for sure.
He was in the hospital, and they were basically telling his family, like, if this man sticks one more needle into his body, he's gonna die. And
so they were kind of like looking out for him.
Yeah.
And what's crazy today, Steven Adler's doing really well, much better. But I was talking to Jamie, and Jamie said he despises him for doing that, for like orchestrating that. He didn't like the way that.
Like it all went down.
Well, I think somebody, maybe being on drugs, that could be kind of like a lack of trust barrier. Like you came and kidnapped me against my own will.
You took me out of the environment that I was most comfortable in.
He was going to die. I mean, that's for sure.
Wow.
I've seen a lot of drug people, but he was next level.
He was there.
Yeah.
So they abducted him, and they forced him into like they put him lock and key for about 30 days to go sober. And, eventually he, I think he spiraled, a little bit after that, but eventually he got into shape, and he's still with us today. And I think a lot of that is due to what Jamie did there. So Jamie, again, like just trusted me to tell this story, and I must have spent, I don't even know how many hours on Zoom with that guy. He's in Australia. Just hearing all his stories in his life, and just wrote this really long, really detailed piece about their lives and their relationship as brothers, and building up to this abduction and everything that's happened since. And it's
and what's crazy about
it's powerful shit
about Jamie being one of my best friends. I always make the comment that behind every big rapper is a goofy white guy. Well, that's what he is. So Jamie kind of was like a right-hand man to Steve LaBelle. So Jamie was with Bone for a long time. He discovered Man. He's the one who discovered him. But yeah, Jamie was all hip-hop.
It's funny you mention that, because that's the, I always have a few different scripts in the works, and one of them is basically about that exact relationship.
Him and Man?
The black rapper and the goofy white guy.
Oh, yeah.
No, I've seen that countless of times.
That was me at one point in time.
Let's transition. Let's transition over to your DJ world.
Yeah.
I heard him when I met him. You said DJ Kevin, and I didn't.
DJ Kevlar.
DJ Kevlar.
Kevlar. My bad.
DJ Kevin. I'm sorry, but DJ Kevin would probably be the lamest DJ name you could possibly come with.
Hey guys, it's DJ Kevin.
I would have had that.
DJ Henry or something.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
DJ Bob.
Yeah.
DJ Bob.
Shout out to DJ. There's a DJ Bob out there somewhere. Shout out to
him.
There's a DJ, Leonidas?
Yeah.
If I'd have known that, I would have had them battle out there today.
Oh man!
After
wait, okay, so you're in the rap game and you're a DJ. Like, what type of music do you spin or produce?
Yeah, I came up like in DJing like high school dances, and it was all in the 90s. It was all 90s hip hop.
Okay.
And
did you get a lot of girls doing that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know if it was that. If that was
DJ
it.
It's the voice for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then college, same thing. But I was not a real DJ at that point. This is how old I am. I was playing on CD changers. I had a mixer and like 2 6-disc CD changers, or like a disc.
Oh my
gosh. Playing like disc,
oh my.
And just like trying to blend shit with that. I was not a real DJ at that point. But when I went to school at Arizona State, where Jamie and I had a lot of like people in common.
Yeah,
he almost went there.
Just really? Jamie Adler?
Yeah,
wow.
I think he like spent his tuition money on the drive down there and never went or something like that. He's got a lot of stories.
That sounds like Jamie.
But when I relocated from Arizona, I spent 4 years in Tempe going to Arizona State, and when I moved to Brooklyn in 2001, I moved in with a very dear friend of mine from Buffalo, who was one of my brother's best friends. His name is Sam Sellers. Who's also a rapper and DJ, who's known as Rabbi Darkside. He's recently changed his professional name to his legal name, which is Sam Sellers. He had 2 turntables and mixer, and I wanted to become a proper DJ, and he took me under his wing. And within a couple of years of going from being a really bad DJ to a serviceable DJ to somebody who can get out and rock a party, like I just started playing all over New York City, and a lot into the sort of underground hip hop scene. There was a venue, Bowery Poetry Club, that was very big at the time in the 2000s that I played a lot. But I put kind of all Joe's Pub all over New York City, mostly hip hop. But then what's that?
I said, did you scratch at all?
I can scratch a minimal amount. I'm not a turntablist.
You do CDJs?
No. I do vinyl. I started as a vinyl DJ.
Oh, okay.
And then I was one of those like late to begrudgingly move over to Serato because we were like we were vinyl
that's
purists.
Like an 8-track for DJ.
Well, at the time it was like a battle. Like you're like, oh no, that's fake DJing. Now it's like you say that about the the button pushers, right?
Yeah.
But even at the time, like when those of us that were playing vinyl, when Serato came out, we're like, no. But then you would get to a gig, and you're like taking a cab from Brooklyn with like
you're fucking
4 crates of records, and you're like,
this is a lot.
You're asking the doorman to watch half your crates. Or getting like help, and then you're like walking through these like tiny kitchens into like wherever the entry is to the DJ pit in all these clubs and bars in New York.
I can only imagine.
And then you watch, and then like you bring another DJ on, and he's a Serato DJ, and he just rolls up with his backpack, and you're like, okay, I gotta.
You gotta transition.
Well, that makes sense now. I didn't even think about it like that. I was like, but that totally makes sense.
And with Serato, you have your entire library on your laptop all of a sudden. So when you were a vinyl DJ, you were like, this is what I'm playing tonight. And if that's not right for the vibe, well, fuck it. I still got to play it because this is what I got. But I also, so I started as hip hop DJ, but I really started to get really eclectic. There was a big scene in New York driven by these guys, Nicodemus and Osiris, called Turntables on the Hudson, Wonder Wheel, which is like Afro beat, like Afro house, global groove, they called it. I got heavy into that scene. Played a lot of those types of parties, Latin music. I played at a spot in Brooklyn and Williamsburg called Bembe. That's just like a full on like live percussion Latin music. I would play a lot of dance hall, reggae. Still to this day, I kind of play a little bit of everything. My favorite thing is still probably like the sort of percussive Afrobeat driven, Afro-Brazilian, Afro-Cuban type of music with like a live drummer.
Being that you were with MTV, did you cross paths at all with DJ Scribble?
I can't say directly. I'm sure we were in the same breathing, space at some point,
Yeah.
But no, I don't.
Because he was the first. For people that don't know, he was the first DJ ever on TV, which was MTV.
Yeah. And
that was probably way prior to your day.
I could not even pretend to be anywhere near his level. You know?
No, so do you still DJ to this day?
I do still DJ. When I moved out from New York to LA, I kind of went into like semi-retirement because I found it really hard to get gigs. Like it was funny because when I was going out to LA a lot when I was living in New York, and I would always get gigs because you're like the LA DJ in New York, and so like you're like a novelty.
Right.
But then when you relocate, then you're just another DJ.
Now you're just local. Now you're just a local DJ.
And so
the West and East are totally different.
Yeah. And so I found it really hard to get gigs once I moved out to LA. So I just kind of went into semi-retirement. I became like a because you also have to promote, and when you relocate, you don't know as many people there.
Fair, yeah.
And and so I kind of became more of like a mixtape DJ.
Tupac or Biggie?
I mean, I'm from the state of New York.
Don't answer
that. Okay.
So that's all. But I will. But I'm not like
technically Tupac's from
East
Coast.
That is true. That is true. But I'm also like not somebody that like feels like you should even have to make that decision because they're both fucking legends.
Yeah, for sure.
That's true.
I agree with that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I mean, now I do still play.
I heard
New York.
I heard Bad Boy. I heard Bad Boy was looking for DJs. Would you sign with them?
Not today.
No comment.
See, what's wrong with this?
Damn.
I heard he's looking for DJs.
I used to drive by. I used to live in an area of LA for a few years called Beverly Glen, and my part, the Waze like reroutes you all over the place, and we lived right near that neighborhood, Holmby Hills. So I would drive by Diddy's house like every other day. Like it was just on my commute. That's like the weird thing about living in LA is that just like
there's Diddy's house.
Waze just takes you like you drive by the Playboy Mansion, which is like around the corner from Diddy's house.
Yeah.
And
of course they're right next to each other.
They're all connected.
Yep. What other questions did you have over here, Hype J?
I had plenty of questions.
Yeah.
I was gonna get all in your business, but
do it. Get in his business. Hit him with them. Make sure you guys hit him with some heavy ones.
So journalism to DJing, like, how do you play music? Because you are a journalist, you're critical about artist? Like, will you just play anything, or do you play it based off of?
It's funny. Yeah, it's funny you say that because, like, you know, I feel like I missed out on about 10 years worth of good commercial music because I don't know if you guys. I know you're still a little young. But,
man, you're gonna get hit with the flex every minute.
But I believe that there's a cyclical nature to your taste in music where you're always your favorite. This is well documented. Your favorite music is always going to be from your teenage years. Like whatever you were listening to when you were 16 is going to be.
Hey, quick top 3.
Rappers.
Yep.
Ooh, can I do a top 5?
Yeah,
top 3. Like, I don't know.
Cool.
Like that's the industry standard, bro. I don't know. You're saying top 3.
Let's hear it. This is gonna tell me a lot about you.
Yeah,
by the way.
I'm gonna say. Sometimes I like to break it up between alive and dead, just to like, you know, have a top 10.
You can do that.
Okay. I'm gonna say Black Thought is probably my favorite rapper of all time.
I don't even know who.
You don't know who Black Thought is?
I don't. I probably do if I hear the
frontman of The Roots.
Oh, of The Roots. Okay, yeah, I know who The Roots are, but I didn't know him by name.
He's like.
You're saying that's your number 1?
I think so.
Wow.
That's good. You
we need to bump some 90s.
You have to listen to you. And that
I like The Roots.
This man, he gets better with age.
Wow.
Okay. What's the other ones? Quickly. Zip through it.
Well, I gotta put Rakim on there because Rakim changed. He changed the face of hip hop. I have to put Biggie on there.
Yep.
True secretly wants you to say Eminem.
It's so hard.
More. Yeah,
so
come
hard.
on, white guy.
Do what you're
supposed to do.
So hard. I love it. I love Eminem, but I would be disingenuous if I said he was in my top 5.
I would throw without being biased with Eminem.
Yeah,
I would say Nas. You have
Nas. Thank you. Okay. Yes, Nas is on my top 5.
Nas is my
Nas is in my top 5. Yes, 100%. 100%.
And then
I'm gonna go. I would go with a really obscure pick for my last, and I would say Gift of Gab, the late Gift of Gab from Black Alicious.
See, I don't even
never
know that.
listened to Gift
he's
of
like
Gab.
true like hip hop.
I'm true school.
Kind of like a Big L.
Yeah, he's like hip hop.
Yeah.
Yes, he
we
had,
got tuned into this.
He had breath control that was unlike anyone else. You probably heard Alphabet Aerobics. Have you ever where he burns through he burns through the alphabet as the tempo gets faster. It's a feat of like lyricism that is like unmatched in hip hop.
And that's why I was asking that question because I'm listening to you talk from a journalistic standpoint, and I said he has to be a music lover.
Yep.
Yeah.
But there's a lot. I'm gonna put Kendrick up there and Cole up there.
That's the new crew.
I feel like they're very I feel like they're those guys that are just timeless. They're like. There's a lot of great rappers making very commercial hip hop music, but like it's very much of the moment. Where like I feel like when you listen to anything from Kendrick or from Cole, Benny the Butcher. I mean, I'm from Buffalo, so I gotta big up Griselda. I think Benny the Butcher is the shining star. But there's so many good rappers from Buffalo right now.
Who hasn't gotten their just due?
Chingy.
Oh my god! See, this is what I'm saying.
See, I know.
You know,
he says the most random stuff.
You know who was one of my favorite rappers, and he just kind of fell off the face of the earth. He had like a good run under Ye for a little bit. Rhyme Fest. Do you remember Rhyme Fest?
Actually, I remember the name. I don't remember the music.
I don't know what happened.
I'm from Indiana,
Rhyme.
so of course I remember Rhyme Fest.
He was Chi-Town, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to Rhyme Fest, but I was thinking about him the other. I think
He's
he popped up in a documentary
something soon because I believe they sent something out.
Did you hear Hype J about you saying Rakim? I heard somebody. I want to say maybe it was M80 said Rakim's working on a second album, which they said they're having a really hard time because it's like why. Because it's definitely probably not going to hit the place that his first album did, but he did say Rakim.
I think it's for the culture.
Yeah, and I think that'll be awesome.
Yeah, because there's a huge disconnect between music then and music now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I said. I always say that. I always
changed quick.
I tell people I always use the term like Bone Thugs and Harmony. Their sound was so unique. It was an era.
Yeah.
So even though today they're still dope and they make new music that's dope. Doesn't matter, that sound is gone.
Yeah.
So nobody wants to hear, no matter how dope your new shit is, everybody still wants to hear your old shit.
Yeah, it's a trap. It's a trap for a lot of artists.
Yeah,
for sure.
Being unique is a trap.
For sure. But that's why like Outkast is so powerful because their shit is so. I mean,
I'm glad you didn't say Jay-Z either.
But it's the search. Timeless music is timeless music.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about you, Rach? I saw you had some questions over there.
Wait, Rach. Who are your top 5?
Oh God, my top 5?
Yeah. I mean, now I want to hear everybody. Can I ask everybody? Like,
I'm stressed out. I don't know who my top 5 is. Okay, I do love Biggie. Fuck. I'm nervous. I'm sweating.
There's a rapper called Fuck.
Yeah, fuck.
Hey,
Fuck, I'm nervous.
I'm sweating. That's 4.
Just blurt them because I actually want to hear Hype J's. So just blurt them as they go. I'm gonna right off the bat. I'm gonna say Tupac and Eminem because they're my 2 favorite.
Right. Well, I like Fat Joe.
Russ is good.
Who?
Russ.
Russ is dope.
Mm-hmm.
Who's Russ?
Russ is
like a newer.
Russ is way dope.
Newer artist.
I don't
he just put out a new song with Primo with DJ Primo recently.
Dope.
And he's an independent artist too.
Nas and Busta Rhymes.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Busta Rhymes.
Yep.
What about you, Hype J?
I like B.O.B.
B.O.B.
Oh, okay.
Man,
I like Joyner Lucas.
Joyner, I like his new album a lot.
He's really dope.
Yeah.
My wife locked me in on that one, and I like, okay, I
Where
listen
is
to
B.O.B.
that.
from?
Atlanta, I believe.
Okay. I see him, man.
No, he's from like Massachusetts or somewhere.
Isaac, can you double check?
Yeah, double check. Where is B.O.B.?
I
thought
let's put money down on this because I'm pretty confident.
Oh, who's putting money down? You put money? How much you putting down?
Massachusetts.
Yeah.
It has his birthplace as Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Oh.
No, but where is he raised?
All right, let me a second find that.
Let's see.
Yeah. No, I thought
he was raised in Atlanta.
B.O.B. He went on the crazy Illuminati rant, and that was the end of him. But I'm a big fan of B.O.B. He was dope. Eminem did a big song with B.O.B.
Yeah, Eminem is one of my favorite artists too.
Yeah. No.
I said my favorite of all time has always been Tupac, and just because Detroit and everything, I don't say that. Bobby Ray.
Oh, I saw it. It says origin.
Wait a minute.
Georgia.
No, that's where he was born, though. Where did he come
from?
He was
North
born
Carolina.
in North Carolina, but his origin is in Georgia.
Georgia.
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay.
Decatur.
He's not from Massachusetts at all.
No.
There's no. Who am I thinking of?
Right
Massachusetts.
Who?
J. Cole?
No. J. Cole's from North Carolina.
Hey, type in rappers from Massachusetts. I don't even think I've ever heard of one from Massachusetts.
But I was pretty confident on the Atlanta of him being.
Yeah, I knew he was still in Atlanta because
that was one of our first print cover issues.
B.O.B. does a lot on social media. He's really
Joyner
active.
Lucas from Massachusetts.
There it is.
I'm telling you, he shouts out Massachusetts on his. He represents Massachusetts. He's not from Boston.
He's
from
really
somewhere.
dope,
He's from
So as a journalist, how do you feel about well, first of all, we'll say shout out to Born Lawless podcast. Jesse, who you met earlier, she had Perez Hilton a couple weeks. He actually lives here in Vegas. How did you feel about him?
Can I just put one other name out there?
Yeah.
Fife Dog.
Fife Dog. Wait, hang on. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Tribe Called Quest.
Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah.
Like that's Tribe Called Quest is my.
Yes.
I know this is like a really white boy type of thing to say, but Tribe Called Quest is my favorite hip hop group of all time.
Hold on, wait a minute. Who's your top 5?
Yeah, Mr. Eminem.
I said Tupac first, Eminem behind him, Nas, after Kanye,
Okay.
and then after that, I mean, it's I don't want to get into a lot of these new ones that I know are going to be legends, but Busta Rhymes. You know, it's kind of a weird one. I can't
with
really...
Busta Rhymes with all that energy, you so laid back.
I know.
Busta's hot.
Busta's like, yeah.
I need to watch you in the car listening to Busta. I need to see your reaction.
Well, I went to they did a festival. What is it called? Burning Trees.
Oh yeah.
And just watching. I mean, maybe it's because I've seen Proof and Eminem and how they move on stage. Like there's never a duo like that.
Yeah.
And so how Spliff Star and Busta move.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just watched them closely, and they've been performing so long, flawless.
Oh, really?
And sound identical.
But you do got some rhythm. I got you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna post that this week. You dancing?
Yeah, like
I got it.
Well, every time Busta would move,
he was dancing.
Yeah,
Spliff would move. So they had their movements down to like
synchronized.
But that's how Eminem and Proof were without even, I know they didn't.
They just had that flow, that vibe.
They just went with it.
Yeah.
What do you got, Rachel? Anything else?
Yeah, I got a question for you. So like you've interviewed rappers, you've interviewed celebrities, all types of people.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever interviewed like any presidents?
I interviewed Al Gore twice.
Okay.
Because he released the Inconvenient Truth movies. And when the second one
came out... He was a vice president, right?
He was a vice president.
Okay,
yes. When the second one came out, I did an interview with him. It went really well. Then they asked me to host like a big screening that they were doing.
Oh, wow.
And both times I asked if he would marry my mom. She had a kind of crush on him. Apparently he was already married, but I was like, you got to meet my mom.
It's worth a shot.
Perfect for you.
Oh.
Who was he the vice president for?
Clinton.
Mm.
Oh, so it was Clinton Gore.
Yep.
Okay. Got it.
Yep.
He was smashing in there too, huh?
Oh, Jesus. There we go. See, I be trying to, we had no eye contact this time. He went there.
No, I think when he came out, when Clinton was on his passing out of there, I thought Gore was going to get in there. I really did. I mean, he was good.
That was the 2000 election that was basically decided by like 500 votes in Florida or some shit like that. Right? Remember that?
Yeah.
It was really controversial. Yeah.
I don't even. I'm just going to throw this out there. I don't vote. I just.
Every election is rigged. Let's just be real.
I say.
Fuck it all.
I'm not even going to say election. I'm going to say everything. Every contest, right down to the bathing suit contest here in Vegas. Everything is rigged.
Yeah, to mention that one.
Mm-hmm.
The Trump Biden thing that was rigged 100%. Sports. I mean,
sports is entertainment now, so entertainment can be
I hope this
changed
isn't
and
the
skewed
truth.
for
the only
for the
you're a
eye.
Conspiracy theorist, huh?
Yeah. Well, the only thing that
we do like our conspiracy theories here. You like conspiracy theories?
I've heard a few.
I feel like our culture is shifting in a dangerous direction with these conspiracies. Everything's a fucking conspiracy theory right now. Diddy gets busted, and now everyone's like, they're going to expose everyone else in Hollywood as a pedophile. You're like,
you already know who's a pedophile.
Hey, let me tell you right now, like what I said with Diddy. I don't, they say when Homeland Security comes, you're done. Even if he is done, which I don't think he will be. But even if he is, there won't be one name out. It was just like when everybody was applauding, oh, they got Ghislaine Maxwell, they got her. Okay, where's the list of all the pedophiles that she was linking? Not one person. Because the world ain't ready to get dumped on
I saw the
30
list.
names. But if they made a list, it would have been a list of the most irrelevant people. It might have been, VP of Microsoft,
right,
or something like that. But it's not. They're not going to be like, oh,
it was like Cameron Diaz. It was like yada, a whole bunch of.
Nobody went to jail because think about it. If they were going to put 40 people in jail at the same time that were like massive stars,
way more than 40 people.
Way more.
Yeah.
So like with the Diddy thing, and I mean, I heard Diddy's right. Where you say where he lives over there by the thing. Mm-hmm. They're saying, those people in that neighborhood, they all had the underground tunnels that would go to the Playboy Mansion. So they did say that
I believe
they were expecting to see stuff in the underground tunnels, which they did not say they saw anything in there. But
so those real. Underground tunnels are real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, most mansions do have underground
I would love to have that connection.
Just connect my underground tunnel to your tunnel.
Yeah,
just make sure you have the key.
Well, imagine it was the Playboy Mansion. Like, well, how great is that?
That's like that good membership.
You ever been there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course he had.
Yeah.
Were you there too?
Yeah.
How was it?
Was it
iconic?
Premiere there.
Entourage?
Yeah. The Entourage. I don't know if it was the official premiere.
I was there when Peyton Manning was there. I thought that was pretty cool.
Did you see Diddy?
Yeah. No. I didn't. The weird thing is I went 2-3 times, but it was when I was really in my party phase, but I didn't really party. I was like, one thing I noticed about it was it is super dirty. And I heard them say, the girls at the end of the thing, just meaning, big houses and stuff like that's hard to maintain.
Mm-hmm.
So like the drapes, I just remember everything looking really like old.
Like it got that smell to it.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I heard
look, I'd be like, damn, I know that thing.
I heard
that was just Hugh.
Them old curtains.
Yeah.
Oh.
But that
was the old curtains.
The old school furniture back in the day did have a smell.
Yeah. I mean, imagine though.
Well,
smoking
I mean, there was
cigs and
something
shit.
inherently creepy about that situation.
It's a
you know?
brown.
They said the guy who bought it, like a billionaire guy, knocked it down basically and rebuilt it. But I'm like, I think he's trying to keep the Playboy tradition. But I'm like, if you knock the house down, that tradition's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you can't start over with a brand new like mega house.
Yeah.
No.
So, anybody else got a hot question before we have to wrap it up here?
Let me see. I think I did.
Type J, you got a lot of stuff.
I got one more for you.
Yeah.
So, Kevin, you're usually like the interviewer. How does it feel to be in the hot seat?
Oh, it's you know, I feel the light on my forehead a little bit, but you know, I've been interviewed before. So,
okay, so not your first
not
one.
my first time. But I you know, I enjoy it. You guys are cool, and I've really enjoyed this conversation.
It's nothing like Green Room.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So did I do our?
I like how free flowing it is. You know, like
Yeah, I like being, you know, when I started out, you know, something is really refreshing. When she came in as an intern and came in, but it was really refreshing because when we started out, all three of us, the original three, we would do that. We, you know, you had to have 5 questions and we were clock watching. And if you only got to 2 and you're at 20 minutes, you kind of had to pass the mic. But, you know, it's nice as things turned, you know, and people have changed. To see people come back in like that because we were always prepared, but I kind of like the whole free flow.
I like both.
Yeah.
You know, it's good to free flow, but it's also like nice to like have some questions down that, you know, you want to be like answered.
And you know what's funny is like I get frustrated when I'm interviewing somebody and they give like a 10-minute answer or like they're just kind of all over the place. And then I notice whenever I get interviewed, I just go on and on. You guys probably notice. I'm like, no, here's a 5-minute story about the time I smoked weed with Noriega.
Yes. We're here for it.
Yeah.
I've learned how to cut
I don't
in
follow my
seamlessly.
own rules.
You know what's crazy is I didn't even really, I can't even think of a song that Noriega did. I know he's huge, but you know, he does Drink Champs. Super fan
Thug.
of that. I love that.
Give us a couple of bars off Super Thug.
Oh man. You're putting me on the spot in the last 30
Let's
seconds.
go, Kevin.
Let's get some
God.
bars.
Would you ever DJ at the Body Shop on Sunset?
I thought he doesn't even know where the hell that is.
I don't even think I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a strip club that it might not even be there anymore, but forever.
I don't think I'd be a good strip club DJ.
You don't have the voice.
You don't got that.
No, because they'd be like, why is he playing Gift the Gab and Black Thought? We can't dance to
Wait
this.
a minute, don't get away from the bars. What we doing?
Yeah.
I mean, give me 4 bars. I need them.
Okay, give it.
All this coming into my head right now is the opening where it's like, and it's like, we're looking for Manuel Noriega. All I can think about is the narrator.
Now you gotta give me some. You gotta give me some rhythm.
We need to hear.
What's your favorite rapper? I need to hear 4 bars.
See, I am not a good rapper. That's why I became a DJ.
That's the whole point.
I know. I mean, I'll freestyle when I'm really drunk.
All right, more Casamigos. Come on, George Clooney.
I named a N.O.R.E song, and now all of a sudden I'm supposed to know every lyric.
Yeah,
I should because I like to think I'm a 90s.
Can you name 2 songs on his album?
Well, Nothing was probably his biggest hit.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know Nothing.
Can you even?
I know nothing.
I was just trying to.
I don't know the names of a lot of songs. I don't even know the names
because Nothing came kind of like in the early 2000s. That was probably his biggest. Well, no, and then he got like then he did like Oi Mi Canto. He did like the reggaeton joint.
Okay.
Then he got into reggaeton a little bit. Or he's the best.
Did you ever get drunk and hit up Yahoo and be like, fuck you, I have a Gmail account?
Oh my God. On that note.
We should do that live right now.
Yes, indeed.
Okay,
that was so funny.
Man, I can't hate them. You know, they moved me out to LA, my family and I, they took
so they were good for you. They were good to you. That it
Yahoo,
was just
bomb.
It was just
yeah. I mean, they cut like
it happens.
they cut our they
Cut the budgeting.
I was there 10 years, which was a miracle in itself. Nobody lasts that long at these types of companies because they're laying people off every year. It's like called the layoff games, like the Hunger Games. You know,
and Yahoo created it all.
They cut our whole like video production team a year before they cut all of us. You know, that's just the way.
We're just going to AI now.
Way that industry goes. Yeah. So no, I had a good run there. You know, I can't.
You ever been to EDC?
EDC?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what that is.
Don't fall into the trap.
I know.
I'm looking at his bracelets and wondering, did people give those to you at a rave?
No, he got them in New York. No. Remember when he was walking by? And they're like, oh, here's free bracelets.
No.
That's what happened. Okay, Kevin, one more thing before we get up out of here. What future endeavors do you have going on?
I like this question. Well, I got to give a shout out to CBR. That's my new gig where I'm hosting. CBR.com.
What's CBR?
It stands for Comic Book Resources. It's one of these sites. There's many of these that started as, I call it the Comic-Con effect. Like it started off as like a comic book facing site, and it's still very much comic book friendly site, but it's ballooned into something so much more. It's like a huge pop culture.
Is this it?
Movies and television. Yes.
Okay, sick.
So if you scroll down like that 28 years later, that's one of my interviews. So I'm hosting for them now. That's why I'm actually in Vegas at CinemaCon this week. So they've been really cool. I'm really enjoying that. And then I have look at that.
Kevin, I see it.
There he is.
Yes.
And then I've got, I'm acting. I've always acted on and off all my life. And so I've got, leaving Yahoo, I've had because I was working in full-time media for so many years where I wasn't able to really explore a lot of side projects, and I kind of fell off of the acting train, and so I've been getting back into acting. I was just in the new DDG video, Going to the Top. So look for my cameo in that. I just did a short film with one of the Narcos directors. I've got 3 different films in various stages of development that I wrote or co-wrote and then producing and or acting in. But doing a lot of acting, a lot of auditioning, a little acting. That's how it goes usually.
Yeah, fair.
Right. I'm happy to be with CBR, but I'm also trying to really dig into these movie projects a lot. So hopefully, you'll be seeing.
Is that still like a big grind in LA? Like, just the people that go and audition throughout the day. Like,
it's actually a lot easier right now. I mean, it's as competitive as it's always been, but it's a lot easier because they're all virtual now. So you don't have to actually drive to most auditions.
Oh, wow.
My youngest has an in-person audition. She got an audition for an Old Navy commercial tomorrow, and it's in person. It's so rare that they are ever. Maybe sometimes some of the callbacks are in person,
right?
But most of them are just.
It's not from Bad Boy Entertainment, is it?
Oh man.
Keep coming back to it. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
This is an awesome interview.
Yeah,
thank you guys.
Where can people find you at?
I'm on social media at DJ Kevlar.
At DJ Kevlar.
You gotta say it in the name. DJ Kevlar.
At DJ Kevlar. So come say what's up. Yes.
Do you ever say, put your motherfucking hands up?
I'm not a huge mic DJ, because I feel like a lot of the mic DJs are cheesy.
They are a little bit.
They're a little cheesy.
They look down on it in Vegas. They don't like it.
Yeah. I'll, if I'm I DJ I DJ events at my daughter's school, and they make me get on the mic a little bit. I'll do, or if I'm doing a wedding, obviously there's times you're going to MC,
Totally.
But if I'm just playing at a club, I actually prefer to have another MC come up and kind of toast with me.
Yeah.
Who's really good on the mic.
Got it. How about you, Little Rach?
Well, you can find me on the interwebs at Lil Rach, LALRAYCH.
There it is. How about you, Hype?
I gotta do something like this.
I don't know. I just stuck with me.
At Hype Just J, guys. Just find me at Hype Just J. Hold on, I gotta get the thing going.
And you guys can just find me just at Green Room Radio. I only have one page. How about you, Mr. Isaac?
You can find me on Twitter or X, whatever they're calling it, Izzy_plus.
Izzy_plus.
Shout out to Isaac, by the way, for finding all those clips with the quickness.
That's what I'm saying.
Isaac's our man.
Proving me right about Joyner Lucas, too.
That's the guy. All right. Well, thank you. And we will see you guys next week. And I may or may not see you tonight.
All right.
I feel like if I do see you, it's going to happen.
It's going to be on the poppin'.
It's going down. Thanks, Kevin. We appreciate you.
Thank you, guys.
Peace out.
Right.
Green Room Radio.